In October 2024, a document was filed. 14,000 words, 100 years of human history, written and published for anyone to read. The man who wrote it is building the most powerful artificial intelligence on Earth. His name is Dario Amodei, Chief Executive, Anthropic. He published this essay publicly for anyone to read. Almost nobody did. The document described what happens to the human race when artificial intelligence reaches its full potential. Not in 200 years, not in 50, in 15. He called it a compressed century, 100 years of progress, 1 decade to live it. This is the archive entry, filed from 2050. Source: Dario Amodei, Anthropic, October 2024. Before we go to 2050, you need to see where we are right now. Right now, 40 million people are waiting for a cancer treatment that does not exist yet. Right now, 280 million people live with depression that medication cannot reach. Right now, 700 million people go to sleep hungry. Not in war zones, in cities. Science moves at the speed of funding, of bureaucracy, of 1 breakthrough per year, if we are lucky. Amodei asked one question. What if intelligence was not the bottleneck? What if 1,000 researchers worked on every problem simultaneously, without sleeping, without stopping, without forgetting? That is not a metaphor. That is the architecture he described. A country of geniuses in a data center. His exact words. Biology first, because this is where Amodei was most certain. Today, one major biological breakthrough arrives approximately once per year. AI changes that rate by a factor of 10. Cancer. Not managed, not treated, eliminated. The way we eliminated scurvy. The proof already exists. In 2022, AlphaFold 2 solved protein folding, a problem biologists called impossible for 50 years. Published in Nature. Amodei's argument is precise. Most drugs fail clinical trials, not because biology is hard, but because the drugs barely work. When a drug actually works, approval is fast. The COVID mRNA vaccine was approved in 9 months. A child born in 2030 will not know the word chemotherapy. It will sound like bloodletting.
And before you say, they said this 10 years ago, you are right. Here is what is different this time. In 2023, DeepMind published 2.2 million new protein structures. The entire history of structural biology doubled in a single year. The brain next. The last frontier. Amodei said, we have barely entered. Depression, schizophrenia, PTSD, addiction, Today, managed at best, suppressed, never resolved. Amodei described a world where these conditions have the same cultural status as a broken leg, fixed and forgotten. The Neuroscience section was where he slowed down, because the brain resists compression. But even partial success changes everything. 280 million people remember what it felt like to think clearly. Economics next. This is where Amodei said, governance, the section where everything else can collapse. WHO data projects 40.9 million new cancer cases by 2040. That number only changes if the next 10 years go correctly. Amodei said this plainly. Artificial intelligence has no structural preference for democracy. The same screens, the same data, the same intelligence, available equally to a parliament and a control room. Then, Amodei stopped and wrote the most important sentence in the essay. All of this is contingent on getting the next 10 years exactly right. Not approximately right. Not mostly right. Exactly. The risks he named: AI misalignment, bioweapons, authoritarian seizure of power, economic collapse. 4 open files, none of them resolved. These are not science fiction risks. These are engineering problems with no guaranteed solution. The essay ends not with a prediction, but with a choice.
The archive entry for 2050 depends entirely on which path was chosen. Archive entry, filed 2050. Cross-reference, Amodei, October 2024. Cancer, status, eradicated for 91% of known variants. Filed. Depression, status, treatment resolution achieved for 73% of cases. Filed. Extreme poverty, status, below 3% globally. Filed. These are not projections. These are archive entries, filed from 2050. They happened. The path that was chosen is not in this file. What is in this file is the outcome. Subscribe to the archive. This is the Terra Dossier.